Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to cut through the noise and give you clear, actionable insights. Many of you listening, or maybe someone you care about, might be dealing with chronic pain. It's tough, always looking for solutions, maybe beyond the usual paths. It really takes hope and good information. Today, we're doing an important deep dive. We're looking specifically at how acupuncture might help with the pain and inflammation of endometriosis. Just quickly, endometriosis. Well, it's when tissue that's like the uterine lining grows outside the uterus, and that causes, well, pain and inflammation, a lot of it for many people. It can be really debilitating. So our mission today is to explore the science. How does acupuncture offer this pathway to relief? We're drawing on the research we've looked at.
Yeah, it's a really fascinating area and timely too. For ages, traditional medicine, especially acupuncture, aimed to restore balance, ease pain. And now modern science is starting to actually understand how these methods work. It's verifying them. So we're seeing this convergence. Old wisdom, new biology. It's offering a fresh look at managing something as complex as endometriosis.
Okay, let's unpack this then. When we talk about acupuncture reducing endometriosis pain, it sounds straightforward, but what's really happening inside the body? Biologically speaking, what are the mechanisms? How does it lead to actual pain relief?
Right. It's definitely not simple, which is what makes the science so interesting. The amazing thing is, acupuncture gets your body to use its own internal pharmacy. It triggers your natural painkillers. Think of it less like taking a pill and more like specific signals telling your body, okay, turn on the pain relief system. Our sources point to several key chemicals being released. Endorphins, for one, they're like the body's natural opioids, very powerful. But it's not just endorphins. We also see more adenosine. That's a molecule that fights inflammation and pain right where the needles are. And GABA, too, which is a neurotransmitter that kind of calms down nerve activity. So when these chemicals are released, they all work together. They raise your pain tolerance, make you less sensitive overall. It's not just a fleeting thing. Your body is actually, adjusting its pain response, turning down the volume.
That's a powerful concept, isn't it? Activating our own healing potential. But the sources also suggest it's more than just activating painkillers. It sounds like acupuncture actively reduces the things causing the pain in the first place. So it's not just masking pain, right? It's actually tackling the root cause.
Exactly. And that's crucial for chronic pain. Beyond just releasing those natural painkillers, studies show acupuncture lowers levels of specific substances known to cause pain and inflammation in endo. We're talking about things like prostaglandins.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, they're like local pain messengers. Made at sites of injury or inflammation, they carry those pain signals and promote more inflammation. Acupuncture seems to reduce their production, sort of intercepts the message. And then there's nerve growth factor, NGF. This one's really interesting. It basically helps nerves grow. But in chronic pain states, like with endometriosis inflammation, NGF levels can shoot up. This makes your nervous system hypersensitive. More reactive nerves, more pathways for pain signals. It amplifies everything.
Wow.
So by helping to dial back NGF, acupuncture isn't just offering temporary relief. It's addressing the underlying drivers of the pain. That's key for a condition like endometriosis. It's a deeper intervention.
So not just turning down the pain volume, but actually changing the environment, creating the pain by reducing those specific chemicals. For someone living with that daily discomfort, that must feel like a very different kind of relief. Okay, let's shift gears slightly to inflammation. You mentioned it, and endometriosis is fundamentally inflammatory, right? That drives so much of the pain. So how does acupuncture directly fight that inflammation? What's the science there?
Right, chronic inflammation is definitely a big part of endometriosis, major contributor to pain and tissue damage. And what acupuncture does here is pretty remarkable. It seems to lower specific, measurable inflammatory signals in the body. The sources we looked at specifically mentioned things like IL-1 and TNF-DUS. These are key pro-inflammatory cytokines. Think of them like the body's main inflammation alarms. When they're constantly blaring, your immune system stays in overdrive, keeping that inflammation going. Acupuncture seems to systematically quiet those specific alarms. It reduces the signal itself. And that leads to a noticeable decrease in the overall inflammatory response. Well, this isn't just theory. It's based on measurable changes in studies. Reducing these markers is key not just for pain, but maybe even for slowing down the inflammatory process itself.
Right. So understanding that reducing these specific signals, these alarm bells, could mean a real tangible reduction in daily discomfort. That's a huge insight for someone with endo. It's not just feeling vaguely better. It's a targeted biological effect you can feel. It really gets down to the cellular level, it seems. Now, beyond pain and inflammation, the immune system came up in our sources. That's always a complex area. Sometimes with conditions like endometriosis, the immune system might actually be part of the problem, right? Overactive or maybe not working properly. So how does acupuncture's influence on immunity fit into managing endo symptoms? What's the goal there? Is it boosting or...
That's a really important question. The immune system's role in endo is definitely complex and still being researched heavily. What's interesting is that acupuncture has been shown to strengthen certain immune cells, specifically natural killer cells or NK cells. These NK cells are part of your innate immunity. Their job is to find and get rid of abnormal cells. Now, in endometriosis, maybe the immune system doesn't clear out those misplaced endometrial cells effectively. Or maybe an overactive immune response attacks healthy tissue, causing more inflammation and pain.
Mhm.
So by strengthening these NK cells and kind of modulating the overall immune response, acupuncture might help the immune system work more effectively, more appropriately. It's not necessarily just boosting immunity across the board. It's more like fine-tuning it, helping the body's defenses recognize real threats without going overboard, maybe helping manage that ectopic tissue better. It's about bringing balance.
That makes sense. Fine-tuning the defenses, helping the immune system work smarter, not just harder, especially when it might be contributing to the problem itself. Okay, finally. Chronic pain, it rarely travels alone, does it? There's usually significant stress involved. And stress can actually make pain feel worse, right? It's a vicious cycle. How does acupuncture help with stress reduction in a way that actually helps with the overall pain picture for endometriosis?
Oh, absolutely. You hit on a critical point. The mind-body link in chronic pain is undeniable. Stress definitely amplifies pain signals and can worsen inflammation. Acupuncture helps break that cycle. It promotes the release of, well, feel-good chemicals. We mentioned endorphins already, but we also see boosts in dopamine and serotonin.
Ah, the mood regulators.
Exactly. Dopamine is key for motivation, reward, mood. Serotonin helps regulate mood, sleep, just general well-being. So by increasing these, acupuncture helps calm both the body and the mind, reduces anxiety, promotes a sense of peace. And this isn't just about feeling happier. That calm state has real physiological benefits. What's really interesting is how reducing stress, this calming effect, seems to improve the function of the body's hormone systems.
Ah, and hormones are key in endometriosis.
Precisely. Endometriosis is hormonally influenced, so anything that helps balance hormones is incredibly important. Chronic stress messes with hormones. By easing stress, acupuncture indirectly supports a healthier, more balanced hormonal environment that can further ease the overall burden of endometriosis pain, cycle issues, everything. It's like a positive ripple effect through the whole system.
So putting it all together, it really sounds like acupuncture offers this multi-pronged attack, doesn't it? It's tackling pain from several different angles all at once, not just one mechanism, but a whole strategy.
Exactly. It's a comprehensive approach, and that's vital because endopain and inflammation aren't simple. They come from this complex mix of biological pathways. So by triggering natural painkillers, lowering those inflammatory signals, helping balance immune function, and reducing stress, acupuncture addresses these different pathways together. It's not magic, obviously, but it's a holistic method. It works with the body's own systems to restore balance and offer, potentially profound relief on multiple levels.
And there you have it. A deep dive into how acupuncture specifically seems to help manage endometriosis pain and inflammation. We've seen evidence suggesting it triggers your own painkillers, fights inflammation directly, helps balance immune function, and cuts down stress, which also affects hormones. It's quite a combination.
Yeah.
So if you are dealing with chronic pain from endometriosis and maybe looking for more effective options, we hope these insights are helpful. It's about understanding the different ways your own body can find relief.
And it does raise a really interesting question, doesn't it? If our bodies have all these amazing natural systems for healing and pain relief, how might integrating approaches that actually harness these internal systems, instead of just relying on external fixes, change how we manage chronic conditions like endometriosis altogether? Something powerful to think about, looking inward for solutions.
Indeed. For those of you facing chronic pain from endometriosis and looking for interventions that work, we invite you to learn more. You can visit www.berkeleycenter.com or call 212-685-0985 to see how these principles are put into practice. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and stay informed.